Hello and welcome. You are listening to the Ditch Decade Diets podcast. I am your host, Lorna, certified food freedom coach and founder of the Ditch Decade Diets Academy. I've spent 10 years in an unhealthy relationship with food, binge eating, over-exercising, and feeling insecure in my body. This podcast is all about helping you get to the root of your food struggles and teaching you how to rewire your brain so you can end binge eating. If you're ready to improve your relationship with food and cultivate more self-love towards yourself and your health, this is the podcast for you. So let's get to it and jump right in. Welcome to Day 13 of 30 on how to stop binge eating. So day 13, I wanted to share something that has been transformative in really helping me heal my relationship with food and stop binge eating. So one of the things that I decided to focus on my healing journey was choosing memories over macros. And I know that's like that's a phrase kind of like throwing it's a phrase that's been thrown around so often in this space of anti-diet culture and healing your relationship with food, like prioritize your memories over macros, but it truly has changed my life and I want to explain why. So I actually just got back, maybe you can tell I'm like all red. I went to the beach today. And at first we were really just supposed to go for a hike. So I was like, well, there's not even a point of working out. Like I was planning on doing a leg workout today in the morning. I personally like working out in the morning. That's just my jam. Like for me, I have the most energy in the morning. So if I'm going to work out, it's going to be first thing in the morning. And I was like, well, there's not really a point of going and working out because I'm going to like go for a hike today. And so I was like, no point of doing that workout. I'm just going to go for a hike. And we ended up walking a little bit, but for the most part, we ended up just chilling. Like I ended up just relaxing and getting some sunshine. And a few years ago, that would have honestly made me so anxious, being like, oh my gosh, I thought I was going to work out and didn't end up working out really, and now change of plans, and oh my gosh, I'm so mad at myself because I said that I was going to do a leg workout and I didn't even bother doing a leg workout, and I would have been so mad at myself. And it was so hard for me to be able to go with the flow before. And it wasn't about memories before. It was only about getting in your workouts, getting in your protein, getting in your vegetables, getting in your macros. All I used to care about was the way that I looked, my food intake, and did I get my workouts in? Making memories was never a thing. Making memories was never a thing. And we ended up, after, going to the beach, we ended up grabbing something to eat. And again, something else that used to make me so anxious, right? Like going to grab something to eat spontaneously would have literally given me so much anxiety because I didn't plan this. And also because I didn't get my workout in the morning and now I'm going to go eat out, like I would have gotten into the all or nothing mentality and I would have honestly just been like screw it. I'm just going to eat however much I want. Even if I'm full, I'm just going to finish my plate because I didn't even bother working out and I'm eating at the restaurant. So like I already messed up. And today's a Sunday. And I would have always been like, Monday, I'm going to start. How many of you guys have said over and over and over and over and over again, Monday, I'm going to do better. Or tomorrow, I'm going to do better. I used to tell myself this all the time. I understand you so much. My whole life revolves around food. It's exhausting. I get it. So that was my life in the past. Hey, Sarah. And instead, today, I had such a fun day, just relax. Like I was literally so grateful for a sunny day, relaxing, getting sunshine, being by the water, like memories over freaking getting in your workout and stressing about that. Again, I would have been freaking out of like, oh my gosh, I thought we were going to go for this massive hike and then we ended up just going to the beach. Like I would have been so anxious and I would have been mad about these change of plans. But when you heal your relationship with food, you don't get mad about that. Like, I was just so grateful. I'm like, perfect. I got a nice tan. You guys can see I got a nice tan. I'm like, perfect. Like, great weather, beautiful sunshine. This is what it's all about. It's choosing memories. Even when we went out to grab something to eat, I was like, ooh, like amazing. I can't wait to try a new place. I can't wait to try, a different meal. I got this pad thai, which was so good. It was like noodles. And because I focus on memories over macros, I ended up not even finishing my meal, because also when you're very in tune with your body, you can feel fullness cues and you don't have the clear your plate mentality. So I ended up grabbing a to-go container to go home, and I'm just gonna finish the rest probably tomorrow. I'm like, sweet, like I'll have a meal for tomorrow because it was a big portion, but also I don't have the all or nothing mentality. It's before it would have been like, well, because you didn't get your workout in and now you're going out for dinner, like eat the whole thing even though you're full. And this is why it's so important to focus on memories over macros, because I was focused on just having a good time, enjoying the sunshine, not like, oh my gosh, what are the macros? Oh, I got to choose the lowest calorie option. Or what is everyone else ordering? Oh, like this is what I really want, but I shouldn't order that. Like we even got like a flatbread appetizer, and I used to honestly be like terrified of bread, to be honest with you. Like I used to literally just never want to eat bread because that was like a quote unquote bad food in the past in my mind. Like it was a fear food of mine. And it was the easiest thing of like, yeah, let's just order that. We could split it. And then I had my pad thai. Like it's just, life is just so much easier when you stop obsessing over calories and how much you're eating and what you're eating and did I get my workout today. Not only are you going to have less stress, you're going to be happier. And when people used to tell me that, I'm like, no, what actually matters is the way that I look and my workouts and food. And I never thought that I would get to a place where I could actually be okay with missing a workout. I can actually be okay with spontaneously going or grabbing something to eat. I didn't think that I would be okay with, or I didn't think I would ever be able to just like not like be able to stop eating when I was full, going out for dinner, because again, all or nothing mentality. But when you choose to prioritize memories over what you're eating and how much you're eating, again, you just have so much fun. You're not worried. You're not worried about like how much am I going to eat? This is so important, you guys. Like there are so many times in my life where I've always prioritized memories over macros, and I don't just do that now because I'm 4 years binge free. I started doing this when I was on my healing journey in 2019. So if you're thinking right now, Lorna, that's great. You can prioritize memories because you don't binge or you don't restrict anymore. But I started prioritizing memories even when I was healing my relationship with food. So even though it was really scary on my journey back in 2019 to go out for dinner, I said, you know what? What's more important is spending quality time with my husband. When Andrew would say like, hey, like, do you want to go out for dinner? Like I used to get so anxious, and half the time I would always just say no because I was so anxious. I don't believe that that's true, wrote Tim. She said, um, it's impossible to recover 100%. There will always be thoughts. Not true. It's not true. I don't believe that at all. I'm 4 years binge free. I don't think about food. I don't binge anymore. I don't restrict anymore. Happens for my clients as well too. I would listen to some of my podcast episodes with my clients that I bring on, and they're like, I literally don't even think about food anymore. I don't even have a single urge to binge. So definitely check out the podcast if you haven't yet listened to it. I bring some of my clients on and they share the exact same thing, like no more food thoughts, no urges to binge. So I would definitely recommend checking that out. But yeah, I was like on my healing journey, and on your journey, you can choose in this moment, like leaning into the fear and say, yes, it might be scary to go out for dinner. Yes, it might be scary to like actually allow yourself to spend time with your family versus getting your workout. But what's most important? And for me, like when I thought deep down, like I always thought workouts and the way that I ate was most important to me. But when I actually like thought about it deep down to my core, what actually mattered most to me and what still matters to this day, hey Sarah, is making memories with my husband, with my family. Like, that's what actually matters to me the most. And I talked about this like the other day, I surprised my mom for Mother's Day. And I knew that that meant like, I don't know what she's cooking. I don't know what we're going to have for dinner, but I don't care about that. I don't say, oh, I don't want to go to my mom's house because, oh my God, what if she makes something that I can't have? But in the past, when all I cared about was the food, I would have been like, I can't surprise my mom. I need to know, what are we eating for dinner? Like, and that day I also went out for lunch with Andrew's parents, and I would have been like, oh my gosh, can't go out for lunch and have dinner with my family. Like, that would have been too much. That would have stressed me out. But instead, because I choose memories over macros, I drove an hour and a half to my parents' house, had no idea what we were going to have for dinner. We ended up having this amazing pasta dish that was so good. Again, a past trigger food that I never used to allow myself to have. We had the best day ever. We went for a family walk. My sister, my mom, and I don't drink, so we grabbed wine glasses. I wanted to be all fancy, and we put pear juice in it. We watched TV together. Like, we were laughing our butts off. Like, we just had the greatest time, and I will never forget that night. I keep talking about that night because we just had so much fun. The truth is, I was just a moment away from entering a binge, but I saw your live. Yes, 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 yes. So you basically just focus on the moment. I mean, yes, focusing on the moment 100%, but also really asking yourself what really matters. What really matters. So for example, today, when my friend said, let's go on a hike, and I thought we were going to go on a hike. Next thing you know, we end up at a beach and we're just laying there and basically not getting any movement in. I said, in the past, I would have beaten, like, I would have just started beating myself up and be like, oh my gosh, like, you should have got your workout in, blah, 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 blah. And instead, I say, what actually matters? I'm having so much fun with my friend right now. We are laughing, we are cracking up, like, we just joke after joke after joke. And I'm laying there on the beach and I'm feeling the sun beam on my body. My whole body's just relaxing, and I'm like, this feels so good. When I was out for dinner, and I was like, how amazing is it to just enjoy this food? We had a beautiful view of the beach. So yes, focusing on the moment, but also redirecting your thoughts. When your thoughts start going, oh my God, what are the calories? Oh my gosh, should I be eating this? When your thoughts start going into that spiral, pause. But what actually matters? Do you want to be 90 years old and still think about calories? If not, the answer is start prioritizing what's most important for you right now. You know, you don't have to wait until you have a good relationship with food to focus on these things. In fact, when you focus on these things, your relationship with food is going to expedite. So again, those thoughts start popping up of like, oh my God, you should have got your workout in. Or maybe you're thinking like, oh my God, I shouldn't be eating this. And it's like, hold on. What actually matters is quality time. Maybe you have kids. I work with a lot of moms. And I never forget one of my clients, a lot of my clients have kids, and they're like, I just want to be able to bake with my daughter without worrying about binging. Thank you, Haley. Thanks, Rotem. And my client, she was like, I just so badly want to be able to bake with my daughter without binging. And I said, if you want that to be your reality, you need to start doing it. Even if it feels scary, even if you're worried about binging, prove to yourself that you can do this and take the action. Start baking with your daughter. And even if you binge the first time, even if you binge the second time, guess what? Guess what? Your daughter is never going to forget that moment. And this literally kind of makes me emotional because my client's daughter was so happy, so freaking happy that she could bake with her mom. She's wanted this for so long. And her mom always used to say, no, I can't, because obviously she didn't tell her daughter this, but the mom was so worried about, what if I'm going to spiral into a binge? I'm just going to eat I'm going to bake it all and I'm going to eat it all. But I said to her, what actually matters is these memories. So do it. Even if you binge, do it again, do it again, do it again. Because if it matters to you, then we're going to make this happen. And now she's like, I literally don't have any urges. She can bake, she can spend quality time with her daughter, and she doesn't binge anymore. But imagine if she was like, no, I can't even try, because what if I spiral into a binge? Oh no, but every single time I bake, I always spiral into a binge. That's not the right thinking. She said, no, this is a huge priority in my life. I want to make this memory with my daughter. So I'm going to make this happen. I'm going to try. I'm going to keep trying. Even after a binge, I'm going to keep trying. I'm going to keep trying. I'm going to keep trying. So I want you to let me know in the chat, what is most important for you? One of my huge values is family. You know, like, man, I think back to my life and there were so many like family get-togethers I don't even remember. I don't even remember because I was physically there and I was mentally in my head thinking, I can't wait to go home and binge. I was physically at the social event and mentally I'm like, I don't want any of this food because, oh my gosh, the freaking calories. And I would be starving and then I would just come home and binge. There would be so many, even friends events. Like I would never go out for dinner with my friends. Like they would always ask me, they're like, hey, we're going to go for a movie for dinner and then a movie. And I'm like, I'm just going to come to watch the movie with you and I'm going to skip dinner because I was too anxious. My family suffers a lot because of me. A huge part of the desire is to heal for them. Rotem, that is so beautiful. And let's make that happen. And I know you're going to make this happen because if it's important for you, you'll always find a way. And I can support you. If you need some support, you can always message me on my Instagram and I can share how I can support you. But you need to have a reason why. You know, like, again, I share this a lot. I used to be so irritable with my mom, so snappy, so irritable. And it would always be, everything revolved around me. What restaurant can we go to? Oh, well, let me ask Lorna. Lorna, where can you eat? Lorna, can you eat here? Lorna, is there something on the menu that you can eat? When we're making dinner, my mom had to make me something separate when I was younger. My family would all be eating something, let's say a bowl of pasta, and I would be eating something different. That's not living. I wanted to get to a point where I could just eat whatever my family was eating. And that's my reality right now. I wanted to be able, my friend asked me to go for a hike. We ended up spending time at the beach and then eating dinner, and I didn't even plan that. And it was the greatest time ever. I wanted these memories. I wanted to be spontaneous. You know, I used to always be uptight and anxious and so worried about every little thing. And I was like, I don't want that. I want to be a relaxed person, not just around food, but in life. I want to be spontaneous. I want to make these memories. I just want to laugh. And, you know, when I used to struggle with my relationship with food, I would see these people when I was out for dinner and I was very anxious. I would see these families and these couples laughing. And that was never me. I was out for dinner and I was so up in my head. Like I was like, I can't wait to just get home. I can't wait to restart my diet tomorrow. And now it's like, you should have seen me today. I was pissing myself laughing, like just having the time of my freaking life with my friend. We were making these jokes, like we just had so much fun. And this is what life is about. So I want you on your healing journey from this day on to start prioritizing memories over what you're eating, memories over your workouts, because what really matters to you. And when you ask yourself this question, what really matters to you, I guarantee you, you're probably going to say your family, your friends, being present. So many of my clients say, Lorna, I just want to be present. Lorna, I just want to feel calm and relaxed around food. And you're going to get there when you start now making memories more of a priority than what your workouts are and what you're eating. And again, you can still prioritize your workouts and eating well. Don't get me wrong. You guys know I go to the farmer's market every single week. We buy organic, we buy grass-fed, we buy good quality food. I still get my workouts in, but God forbid, you know, I can't get my workout in, that's okay. If plans change and we're spontaneously grabbing something to eat, I don't freak out. If we're spontaneously doing something different and I don't get a workout in today, that's okay. I don't do 2 workouts tomorrow. I don't make up for it. I'm just like, that's okay. I had an amazing day. I relaxed, got some sunshine, and that's okay. So start prioritizing memories over macros, and not only will you be healthier, but you're going to be happier. And everyone around you is going to feel it. Your family is going to be happier. Your friends are going to be happier. I cannot tell you, even my husband, like, he's just so happy that now we can just go out for dinner and it's not like this big shebang. It's just like, hey, you want to go here? Sure. Even with my parents, like, it's so much easier for me to go to my parents' house and for them to cook dinner and not be like, oh, Lorna, can you eat this? And oh, wait, Lorna's not able to eat this dessert, so like, let me get this for her. Like, it's none of that. It's just whatever anyone else is eating, like, I eat that. It's just easy. It's fun. This is what a healthy relationship with food is all about. So really ask yourself, what's most important to you? And if memories and baking with your daughter, if being present with your partner is a huge value of yours, then this is an even greater reason to heal your relationship with food. All right, you guys, we are going to wrap things up. I am doing a giveaway as promised. So I'm choosing 2 winners to win an entire masterclass bundle with me. All you got to do is leave a rating and a review on the Ditch Decade Diets podcast. Screenshot it and then message it to me so that your name can be entered to win. I'm choosing 2 winners right now. And if you don't win today, you can still do this giveaway, and I'm choosing 2 winners next week as well too. Okay. All right. So by the way, these 2 people are going to win my masterclass bundle on there's 3 masterclasses in this bundle for free. I'm giving this away for free. The first one is how to rewire your brain to stop binge eating. The second masterclass is how to stop eating when you're full. And the third masterclass is how to transition your way out of binge eating. So the 2 winners that entered the giveaway, I'm pulling up this random number generator. So the 2 winners are, the first winner is Umi. I'm going to message you on Instagram. That's where you message me the screenshot. And then Danny Castro. So congratulations, Umi and Danny Castro. I'm going to go ahead and message you guys on Instagram. You win the masterclass bundle, which I'm so excited about. So again, if you want to enter the giveaway to win like a masterclass bundle like this, on how to rewire your brain, stop eating when you're full, and how to transition yourself out of binge eating, you just got to leave a rating and review on the Ditch Decade Diet podcast. Take a screenshot, message me, and I'm going to choose 2 more winners next week. So thank you guys so much for being here. Have a fantastic rest of your day, you guys, and we'll see you soon. Bye.